Hey guys, Danny here. In case you don't know who I am, I'm doing a daily, kind of, not really daily, vlog. And I used to be a part of the Disney College program, and I did vlogs about that for both programs that I did. Also, I am a cast member at Disney World. Yay! So with that, I wanted to kind of give you a little information and tips about planning a smart Disney trip. Not many people know, but Disney World is not just your ordinary theme park. And if you do know, please get that out of your head. It is not an ordinary theme park. Actually, it is not a theme park at all. I would consider it a magical experience. That said, because Disney World has 4 parks and there's a lot to it, you really need to do your homework before you go. I cannot emphasize this enough. You need to do your homework before you go. I have about 10 or more tips to give you. First tip, it's hot. It is hot, it is hot, it is hot in Florida. That said, you need to prepare for the weather. You can do that in 2 ways. 1, dress well. 2, expect to have rain all the time. So go and get a poncho. You can get them at the grocery stores. You can get them at the drugstores. You can get them pretty much anywhere in Florida where that sells any sort of tourist or food stuff. Just ask around and you can get one. So that way you don't have to spend $8 to $9 at the park to get one as soon as it starts raining. Also, if you don't know, bring a water bottle or buy a bottle of Coke or water or something in the park and then refill it with water. You can get free ice water at any, I do mean any, quick food service restaurant. I emphasize restaurant. Just because they sell food does not mean that they have ice water for you. So get it at a quick food service restaurant for free. And make sure you ask for a free cup of water or else they will charge you for a bottle of water and you don't want that. Second, eat a big meal before you go into the park. If you're on your way into the parks, make sure you've had lunch or you've had breakfast or you've had dinner and you've had a big one before so you don't have to eat when you go into the parks. Also, bring snacks. You are more than welcome to bring snacks or any kind of food into the park. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's McDonald's, Starbucks, whatever, you can bring food into the park. It's actually encouraged that you bring food into the park because that way if you get hungry and you don't want to spend the prices or you can't find food that you really want at the time, you won't starve. So bring snacks. Bring lots of snacks. Go crazy. This one I cannot emphasize enough because it has been a big issue with the last couple of years. I used to be an attractions cast member and this is something that guests never paid attention to. Make your fast pass selections as far ahead as possible. If you don't know what a fast pass is, basically it's a ticket that you can put on, or it used to be a ticket, it used to be a paper fast pass, now it's digital. It's a pass that you can take to go into a quick line that's going to be about 20 minutes or less. Normally it's less, it's normally about 5 minutes. It can get up to 30 minutes if something happens, so it can be long, but you're guaranteed pretty much a 15 to 20 minute wait on whatever attraction you go on or any attraction you go to. Unless it's like a show, but then they have a certain show time on when you can go, or they might have reserved seating for you. But make those selections as far advanced as possible. You can make them, I think it's up to 30 days, a month before. They are trying to extend it, so just double check online on mydisneyexperience.com. That website is going to be your best friend for planning your Disney vacation. I cannot emphasize this enough, guys. My Disney Experience and the My Disney Experience app you can get for pretty much any electronic device at this point. That is going to be your best friend. You can link your tickets to it, you can buy your tickets from it, just explore it. You can pretty much do anything for your vacation on it, but make sure you make those fast passes as early as possible. I don't care what age of people you have in your party, whether they're elderly, whether they're little, whether they're teenagers, adults, whatever. Make those because that is going to make your trip so much to the park so much more enjoyable. And you can book 3 fast passes at once, and then once you use those 3 fast passes, there are fast pass kiosks in the park that you can make fast passes for, and you get 1 at a time. So basically you get 3. After that, it's just 1 at a time, and you have to go to a kiosk for each one of them. If you have little ones or you have those who are not going to make it the 12 hours in the park, if you're doing Magic Kingdom, my family used to open and close the park, which was about 12 hours or more in the parks. But that was something that we gradually got to, and it was something that only like my brother, my dad, and I, as we got older, were able to do. If you have little ones or you have older people who are not going to be able to last the 12 hours in the park, I suggest you either open or you close or you do both. And what I mean by that is you open the park as soon as it opens, you're there. You're in the parks, you go on all the rides you want to do that you don't have fast passes for, because normally people don't get up really early to go to the park, so the lines are shorter, and then you use your fast passes in the afternoon, go home, get some rest, come back, and close the parks, because either people aren't going to wake up early in the morning or they're not going to stay late to close the park. Normally that's the case, or they've already done all the rides by the time nighttime rolls around, and so nobody wants to ride anything, they just want to see the fireworks. So that way you can go on whatever you weren't able to before if you don't want to see the fireworks or if you saw them already. Make your dinner reservations and your plans as far ahead of time as possible. If you know you want to eat at a special restaurant, all of Disney's restaurants are really cool in my opinion. The table service restaurants, which are basically those you have to make reservations for, if you're planning on eating at any of those, make sure you make reservations for those as far advanced as possible. I think it's 190 days you can make them, so those you can make before your fast passes. Make those ahead of time. Like I said, you can explore the My Disney Experience and DisneyWorld.com website to find out the menus, what's on the menu, what the prices are, what restaurants are where, all this sorts of stuff, and also for shows. Like I said, explore the website, you can find out show times, and you can add them to an itinerary. Now, just because you add it as a plan, or add it to your itinerary, does not mean it's made into a fast pass. It'll say this is not a reservation. So make sure you see that little FP plus if you're making a fast pass, so that way you know that's a fast pass, or if you're just making a plan on what shows to see when. If you're gonna have little ones with you, or if there's a specific character that you really, really wanna see, make sure you do that first thing. Because normally the characters are in their best, they've had their coffee, they're all ready to go, Minnie's had her cheese, Goofy's all, jazzed up and ready from having a good night's sleep, all the characters are ready to go, and normally the character lines are going to be short. Same thing for at nighttime, because normally the little ones are fast asleep or they're already left. Morning and night, best time to see the characters. And a lot of characters, I will tell you, they're only out during the day. So if you go and see the characters during morning time, first thing in the morning, then most likely you will be one of the lucky few to get to see those characters, because like Snow White and Pluto and Marie, those only meet in the morning at Magic Kingdom. So by 3 o'clock, they're done for the day. They have an early bedtime. So make sure you meet your characters, whatever your kid or whatever person in your party wants to see, do that first thing. Get that checked off so you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day. Parades, fireworks. You're going to want to know what time the parades are, and you're going to want to know what time the fireworks are. I will tell you, fireworks shows and nighttime shows are normally around 9 o'clock. 8 to 10 is normally when nighttime shows happen at Disney World. All the times are different. Make sure you double check your times guide and the My Disney Experience app on what time those shows are, because they can change and they might change because of weather or lightning. For the parade, normally parks have a 3 o'clock parade. That means it starts at 3. That does not mean it's going to get to you by 3 o'clock. But either way you look at it, whatever parade you're watching, whatever fireworks show you plan on watching, make sure you've scoped out the route, or you've scoped out where people can see them, and get a seat at least an hour ahead in advance. Now, sometimes when there's a second showing, you don't have to get there that early, but that completely depends on weather, that completely depends on park attendance. So just, to make sure that you have a good seat and you have time, make sure you have at least one person in your party go and save seats at least an hour in advance, and talk to the cast around you, because they will be able to tell you where's a good spot to see this, that, and the other thing, and they'll also be able to tell you where you can stand, because there are parade people that guide people on where to go and where to walk. So there's an exact place for everything. So make sure you talk to your cast members on where's good places to see stuff. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse and his friends, Minnie Mouse, and even Goofy, they're really magical. That said, they can magically be everywhere. Mickey pops up here in this park, he pops up there at that park, he pops up there at that park. He's very magical. He has this magical transformation thing that can teleport him from this place to the other place and this place to the other place. He's a really good, busy, really cool mouse. That said, if you want to meet Mickey, I guarantee you probably will have time to see him at whatever park you're going to be at. So, if you want to see him at all 4 parks, you can see him at all 4 parks. He has a different outfit for every single park. He's very stylish that way. But if you want to, like I said, if you don't have time to meet him at one park, let's say you don't have time to meet him in Magic Kingdom, which mind you, he has a really good voice in Magic Kingdom. He does a really cool magic tricks at Magic Kingdom. But if you want to see him at another park, or like say Hollywood Studios, he's in his awesome sorcerer hat there. Or if you want to see him at Animal Kingdom, Minnie Mouse is his partner there, and they're in their little safari outfits. Keep that in mind, that if you want to meet Mickey with your family and get that adorable little Mickey Mouse picture, you can do it. Just keep an eye out to where he is and when he's meeting. This is kind of general, like, need to know thing. If you're mom and you're planning this, or if you're dad, or you're, you know, like the vacation planner for whatever this trip you're going to be doing, make sure you do your homework. Explore the My Disney Experience app and explore DisneyWorld.com. They have a lot of really good descriptions of this, that, and the other thing. They have show times for everything. They have park hours. They have everything listed on there. I think they even have a merchandise part now that you can add on to that. They have everything you need to know on that website, and there's a lot. There's a lot of attractions, there's a lot of shows. Some are good for kids, some are not good for kids, some are fun for teens. Some teens are gonna be like, why are you taking me on this? So do your homework, look on YouTube, look on websites to see what's good and what's not. Look what's good for your family, make a list of things to do. Don't wait till you first walk into the park. If this is your first time going to Disney World, you're going to want to do everything. But I will tell you right now, you're not going to be able to do everything unless you plan ahead. Unless you give yourself enough time, enough rest. Rest is a big thing. If you have to do a park day and then a day of rest and a park day, or a day of rest, or half of a park day and the rest of rest, you need to rest. Your family is going to need a vacation from this vacation. Even if your day may not be perfect, it's definitely going to be magical. This is a very magical place, I will tell you. And no, it's not always the happiest place, and sometimes it's a little crazy. It is definitely filled with magic. I love, 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 love Magic Kingdom. It's the most busiest park in all of Disney World, but it's the most magical. And magical things happen every single day, and sometimes bad things happen, but you know what? It's the magical moments that make the vacation amazing. So even if your day isn't working out well at the parks, just remember and hold on to those magical moments, because those magical moments are what's gonna make your trip, well, magical. Explore WaltDisneyWorld.com. Have fun. If you have any questions, I can't answer all of them, but I will answer as much as I possibly can. I've worked at Magic Kingdom for 2 years. I've been going to Disney parks since I was like an itty bitty little girl, including Disneyland. So I pretty much know the parks really well. I hope this video was helpful to you, and have a magical vacation.